Hey team, this is Coach Farrelly, husband, father, personal trainer. In this video, we are going to show you how to record the foods you eat. The best way to do this is to record the foods as you eat them, otherwise you might forget. It's also important to include things like the portion sizes as well. So say if you're going to have, say, an apple, or say bread, how many slices of bread. It's really important to know what brand of bread it is. I've got some foods already in here, so what we're going to do, just going to go to diary, and it's just listing here, you got breakfast, lunch, dinner. I've also added in some custom things, so I've got morning tea, afternoon tea, and after dinner. You've also got exercise and water there, as you can see, and then we've got a nutrition section and then a notes, and when you finish recording everything for the day you can hit complete diary. But what we're going to do, this is just a test just to show you guys how you can do it. Like also from the home page you'll see a blue plus sign down the bottom right hand side. You can also hit that, which I've just done. Then you can select food and then you can go which meal it was. So say we'll just do breakfast. Okay, so I've just installed this app, so it's just showing me a little bit of info. So what I'm going to do, so in the past I've already put in some, this is just, you can save meals as well. Don't worry about that at the moment. I'm just going to, so no thanks. So these are just some ingredients I added in the smoothie, just so it saved me time. So I'm just going to add that to breakfast, and to do that I'm just going to hit the little tick in the top right hand side. So that's added it to the breakfast. As you can see there, I'll just scroll down. As you can see, breakfast is done. But what I would normally do is I might have a coffee. So normally I use Mokono. So I'm just going to hit that because I know that's what I've done before, and I normally have black coffee, and I've already checked the serving size, so that's correct. So that's 2 grams. I'm just hitting the blue tick in the top right, so that's added that to it. I also tend to have a green tea as well. That should be in my history. So I'm just going to quickly scroll down. If I don't see that in here in a moment, I'm just going to do a search. There's pure green tea Twining, so I have that as well. So because that's in my, because I've added this before, it's going to be in my history. So to add it, I'm just going to hit the tick in the top right hand side. So say for example that might be my breakfast. Say I go to have lunch. I'm going to do this a little bit easier. Say I've ordered light and easy in the past, which is what I've done. And that should be recorded in here as well. Might just go for that top one. So this is just for demonstration purposes. So say for example for lunch I had spicy Thai green chicken curry. So I'm just selecting that. That's all. This has been entered by either the company or someone else has entered it, and it's been verified. So I'm just going to add it by hitting the tick at the top right hand side. So that's added in for my lunch. Sometimes I might have a little comment there. So for dinner, I'm just going to add this manually. So say I might have had salmon. So I'm just going to search for that. And say for example, if I've weighed it, say, so I've just got the Atlantic salmon. So it doesn't say whether it's got a skin on or not, but say I might have weighed it on my scales. Like you don't have to weigh all the time. Weighing can get a bit pedantic. But what we're doing here is that we're just recording the foods for either a few days or for a week, just so we can get a bit of an idea. So say it might have been 150 grams. So the serving size is 100 grams. So I'm just going to do servings as 1.5. Oops, that's a bit too much. Let's move this so I can see. 0.5. Okay, so that should be 150 grams. Yep, it's 150 grams. And as you can see, if you scroll down, it shows you the breakdown of it. If this has been set up correctly, it'll show you things like the protein, carbohydrates, a few other points there as well. So I'm just going to add that. But with that dinner as well, I might have had broccolini, which is one of my favourite things. Not sure if I'm spelling it right, broccolini. So I'm just going to do a search on that. Say I might have, we tend to steam it. So I'm just going to go steamed. So serving size is 82 grams. So you might want to weigh it just for this purpose, and we'll just add in that that's how much it was. But when I steam it, I like to steam it with garlic, so I'm just going to add that in as well. So garlic. So fresh garlic clove. So I might have minced that one garlic clove, or I might have chopped up one garlic clove and I'm adding that to it to steam with the broccolini. But then also I might have added, this is pretty much my favorite go-to meal. Let's hope this comes up. Okay, sweet potato mash will select. So I'm just going to add that. Make sure you check the serving size on the packaging as well. On the packaging, it might say serving size is so many grams, and within that packaging, it might be 2 or 3 servings. So be mindful of that when you add it. But when I've done the salmon, what I've done is I've added a little bit of oil to the pan. So I'm just going to add that. Olive oil. I'm just going to use this as a tablespoon. You find that the oil will be quite high in energy content, that's fine. I'm just going to leave it as 1 tablespoon. So you want to make sure you're adding in all those small things too. So if you're using oil for cooking, try to measure that out, say with either a teaspoon or tablespoon, and include that, because that cooking oils are quite high in energy content. If you've used things like salt, you might want to add in like that pinch of salt as well. Actually, and that's what I've done in here. When I normally cook this meal, I normally use pink Himalayan rock salt. Here we go, pink Himalayan rock salt, Mackenzie. So I didn't use 1 teaspoon, but say I might have used, I'll just put that down as a pinch. So your number of servings 0.1, I think that should be fine. So that's, say, my favourite dinner. But then what I do as well, to make sure I'm getting the right water intake in, just going to add that to here. So normally, for as soon as I wake up, I have 1 to 2 glasses of water. So say we'll take 1 glass as being 250 mils. So in the morning for breakfast, or as I wake up, 2 glasses. But then before each meal, I'll have 1 glass. So there's 3 meals. So say 1 glass is 250, so that'll be 750 mils. So just adding that, and then also what I'll do is that during the day I'll also have some more. Normally when I go to work, I have like a 1.5 litre bottle of water as well. I'll make sure I get that done. So yeah, the easiest way to make sure you're drinking the right amount of water is to drink at least two glasses when you wake up. Then before each meal, I'd highly recommend having 1 glass of water before each meal, and also regularly sipping water throughout the day. So what I've done here now is I'm not putting down I've had anything for morning tea or afternoon tea or after dinner. So I've got my dinner recorded, lunch, and breakfast. So that's just an example of how you can add what you're eating to myfitnesspal. So I've had a pre-saved meal in there, which was the smoothie. Say I've purchased light and easy, so I've just added that in for lunch, but then I've manually added in some things for dinner. So there's different ways you can add things to this. Any questions, make sure you let me know. Thanks for watching, everybody. The next video, we're going to look at reviewing the day and seeing where you might be able to tweak things. Okay, catch you guys all later.